Mesdames et messieurs, nous allons commencer la dernière rencontre de la poule féminine de la World Team Trophy 2019 qui va opposer la France à l'Asie. À la table de carambole, j'invite pour la France Celine, Jacques et pour l'Asie Sruong, Pheavy. À la table de snooker, je demande à la table pour la France Juliette, Proix et pour l'Asie Amee, Kamani. Et à la table de poule, pour la France, nous applaudirons Severine, Titaux et pour l'Asie, Carom, Kim.
Welcome, billiard lovers, to the match between France and Team Asia and the World Team Trophy. Team Asia is dominating the ladies event. I'm joined by Pia Filler, very fine player, has represented Germany on many occasions in many tournaments. And also, yes, Joshua Filler's wife, who happens to be the reigning world 9-ball champion. So a race to 4 in 9-ball, American pool. In snooker, a race to 2, and in 3-cushion, a race to 25. Welcome, Pia.
Hello, thank you.
What has stood out most for you, like these 2 days? What did you find? You know, what caught your interest?
I mean, it was interesting to watch some 3-cushion because I never did like really well before. And of course some snooker. We have Kyron Wilson, which is the number 7 of the world ranking, and he's playing the main tour. So it's pretty good to see these guys around.
Yeah, pretty good. You're spoiled because you get to watch a lot of top play up close and personal.
Mm-hmm.
Many viewers are confined to their computer screen. Now Ga-young Kim from Korea, 3-time world champion with a strong break. But the 2-ball has run just too far, I think, to cut it, and the 3 and 8 are tied up. The 2-9 Carom, would that be your shot?
I think so, yeah, because 3 is frozen to the 8, so no shot on this one.
She's making our life easy by pointing to the rail where she wants the cue ball to go to make that 9 off of the 2-ball. So Titaux now with ball in hand. 2-ball, she cannot pocket. What would be your shot here?
Not easy to say. I mean, of course, safe, but not sure if I would put the cue ball to the rail and just hit the 2-ball very thin and bring the cue ball up to the other side, or if I would go for stop shot and bring the 2-ball 3 rails.
Well, this shot, I don't know why she did not play the shot that you mentioned, just put it close to the 2 and thin it. In doing so, bigger chance to snooker, and she could have tried to open the 3 and 8.
Yeah.
Not easy to defend from here for Ga-young Kim.
Good shot.
Yeah, that's a great shot. Attacking the 9 with a big chance of saving it, played with that speed. Now a very difficult escape for Titaux. She could aim at the 3rd diamond right before the side pocket and then withdraw, make the cue ball bend. But that requires A, that you recognize the shot, and B, that you have the stroke to make that cue ball arc. What else do you see a solution that you would play from here?
I would take the shot you just called, playing into the third diamond as a draw shot. Not sure what she's seeing. Two-way shot.
I don't think that's on. And now ball in hand for Ga-yeon Kim, the reward for that good safety.
Pretty good chance to open it up.
Yeah, she would like to clip the 3 with the risk of not hitting it.
Yeah.
If she aims to open the 3. Oh, that's
Good.
better, yeah. That's a better solution.
Yeah. Perfect.
Making a couple of big warm-up strokes, then holding on the cue ball, a little pause. She looks a bit more dynamic than some other Asian champions. I think the Chinese, they don't move about as much.
Yeah. She just got a little bit straight on the 6 ball.
Draw back to the short rail.
Yeah.
This is how 9-ball racks are played. First, the fight for the initiative. Try to get an open shot. And with an open table, on most occasions, a run out. So that's first point on the board for Ga-yeon Kim in her match, her 9-ball match against Titaux. And we'll switch to Amee Kamani from India, a former gold winner at the Asian Games against Juliette Proix from France. If you work, like if you need to describe your technique, what stands out? I mean, do you have a pause? Do you pause on the cue ball? Do you also pause at the back?
It's not easy to say because I'm still working on it. I mean, it's a thing you always have to work on, even the top pros. You always have to work on your basics to make your stroke as perfect as possible. Yeah, it's hard to say if there's something special about my technique. I don't know.
But you know if you pause after your warm-up strokes. You know if you pause on the cue ball. Do you hold it there?
Yeah.
Okay. And then at the back, not?
No.
No. I think that's the biggest difference between pool and snooker on one hand and a 3-cushion on the other. In pocket billiards, so snooker and pool, it's more uniform. In general, players look alike a little more. Where 3-cushion, you see more variety in how players deliver the stroke. A big miss by Kamani, who is a good shot maker, but her shot making with speed is a lot better than when she's rolling the ball. And every player's strength is a weakness at other times.
I'm actually the same. I don't like to roll in the balls. I like to stroke them pretty good. You just feel more comfortable.
Yeah.
Good shot.
Well, it's also that you become good at what you do a lot. So if you have a choice, choose the shot with more authority, you become also better at playing the shot with authority.
Yeah.
But on a new cloth, if you play conditions like European Championships, World Championships, tournaments in China,
You need to stroke just very soft.
very soft, yeah. So I know from myself that when I was an active pro, that I practiced too little at hitting all those shots soft. But I think playing a shot soft exposes some flaws in your stroke, maybe more than when you hit with speed.
What? 9.
I mean, to be able to hit the shot soft, you really need to be precise. Kamani here picking up a nice rhythm.
16.
She has a slight angle on the red.
17.
So black to the side pocket. And a slight angle would be good to get even lower with the cue ball, a bit towards the pink. Hello. Would you dare to say that of the 3 disciplines, there's any one that has more luck in it? Between 9-ball, snooker and 3-cushion?
It's not easy to say because all 3 games are totally different. So, I mean, I've seen the most flukes in snooker in the last 2 days. So, but I think it's the same everywhere.
32.
Because in snooker it's the same like a 9-ball. If you miss and it drops into another pocket, it counts. So
It counts, yeah, but the only thing is that on a snooker table the pockets are smaller.
yeah,
So statistically it's not as likely for a ball to find another pocket. But that also affects the mindset. Like in 3-cushion there's less luck involved, I personally think. But because of that, players are it's more difficult to accept when it happens.
but I mean in billiards in general, luck is a big part of the game. Because you never win a tournament without having some luck and stuff, you know.
Of course, yeah.
So I think every player just should learn that luck in billiards is a big part and you have to accept it. Because otherwise, if you think about it and getting angry about it, it's not good for your own game.
Yeah, it's going to throw you off. Yeah, and in 3-cushion, it's very the luck factor I think is biggest, not the lucky points, but the result of a shot. So when you score, they don't know exactly where they will hit the 3rd ball. So what the next position will be.
Yeah.
2.
Nice safety by Kamani with 5 reds in the open and a lead of 52 points. This was a very difficult and important escape for Proix.
Asia 4. One.
Now black to the side pocket.
3.
Frame ball. Meaning that if this goes down, Proix will need snookers and fouls of Kamani to get back in this frame and have a chance to win it.
8.
Didn't get into the ball just enough. Don't know if she sees enough of the blue. She's hampered if she take on the black. So a long green. Good shot. What's the diameter of your tip on your pool cue?
Oh, I don't know that.
Oh, okay. Well, you know, that's all right. You don't need to know. I don't know. Well, mine is approximately 12.5 millimeters.
I mean, I'm playing the 12-4 Revo from Predator, so it's probably about the same, right?
Well, it should be 12.4. Yeah.
But I'm just like a person, I don't care about this stuff too much.
Yeah.
Because it can influence your game.
Well, because you don't. I'm an MBTI coach, and MBTI is a personality development model, and it teaches you about different personalities also in sports. And some people are very much into material, and they want to know. They want to know, and other people, they do not want to know because it distracts you.
Yeah.
I'm the same.
7, 8,
And I think Kamani might be the same. She looks like a real no-nonsense player. Gets on with it.
14,
She won't be feeling any pressure. She's won 2 matches already. She beat Woods in the first match.
and a free.
And Necheva in the second. So we're jumping to the 3 cushion table where Sruong is leading 11-2 over Jacques.
Asia 2,
Sruong had 2 tough matches yesterday.
Yeah, she played Tigana when they played Team Europe, and she was trailing. I'm not sure about the exact score, but it was quite much, and she was able to still win the match with a pretty good last shot.
Yeah, and in the other match against Perez from Peru, Perez played a good match, scoring over 800 average. In the end, in the closing stages, you know, it was very tight. And Sruong was really fighting. What do you enjoy more, like after the match, when you have played a very good match, like cruising, like in your highest gear, or one where you show a lot of heart and determination? Kampfgeist, like you call it.
For me, in the first moment, it doesn't matter because win is a win. So for me, it's just most important to win the match. And I think if you have a match which is a nail biter, you just learn more than from a match which was like you feel quite comfortable, you don't have any problems, you play perfect positions and stuff. Because then if you make some silly mistakes, you easily forget about it because you're just thinking about the good stuff, which is the right way during the match. But after the match, you should find out your problems and mistakes to work on. So I think the nail biter is just better to learn from, but the win counts.
The win counts.
Yeah.
And also, you know, if you play like a fluent match where you win big against a top player, it's also good to know that you have that in you.
Yeah.
If this gets real deep in the corner, as it does, it's going to be a no score.
France 0.
And Sruong getting to the table, looking immediately at a kick shot. The red and yellow are sitting nicely. Nice distance from the rail, nice distance between the balls. And many routes now to choose from.
Asia, 0.
A little bit to the left or to the right and she would have made the point. No, she needed the third rail in the corner close to the white. Can go 3 rails thin of the red. Manipulating the red ball nicely to the corner. A good position of the red, but she has some difficulty reaching a shot. Not if she goes off the red ball. It looks like a kiss. But the cue ball will be quick. So in 10 days time we'll have the World Pool Masters, one of the major 9-ball tournaments on the calendar, a matchroom event played in Gibraltar. I'm going, are you?
Yeah,
No,
of course I
knew
am.
you were, yeah, you and Joshua are going.
Yeah, it's the second time Joshua is playing in the event. So
Only, yeah.
yeah, so we're really looking forward to it because last time he lost in the first round to Jason Shaw. He didn't play his best game, and I mean Jason is a player you can lose to for sure.
Of course, yeah.
And now he's as the world champion, he's a seeded player.
Yeah.
And he's waiting for Alvin Ocean or Jeffrey De Luna. So
Wow.
good matches.
Yeah, it's a monster lineup, 24 players. 16 players playing in the first round and 8 seeded players waiting in the second for the winners of the first round. Single elimination.
0.
We're switching to Titaux and Ga-Young Kim in their 9-ball match. Race to 4. Titaux exposing the 1, but it's a difficult position for Ga-Young to play safe from.
Asia,
Can get the cue
0.
ball to the right side of the table, to the 5 and 4, but the 1 will track towards the corner.
She snookered herself.
Interesting little route for the cue ball. 2 rails to the short rail, sitting nicely. But she's getting out her jump cue. That would be something. To go over the 5. Wow. Needs a lot of elevation and keeping that 1 foot on the ground.
Frank, 0.
Well, she got the jump all right. But of course, it's difficult to aim. Do you ever jump like that? with this kind of grip?
No.
Are you going to try? She made it look so easy.
I tried a couple of times, but I don't feel comfortable with it. So maybe I should practice it. But for me, there are some other stuff which is more important to practice on, right?
Right, right.
And I even like to kick the shots more than to jump. It can be very helpful.
Uh-oh. She's good. Yeah, very helpful.
But I like kicking more than jumping.
Well, you're going to look better making a nice kick shot than a nice jump shot, I think, because there's more knowledge involved. But in the end, you know, getting the job done and honing your skills. You want to have weapons when you go out to war.
Yeah.
Kick shot is a weapon, jump shot is a weapon, the break, your mental game.
I mean, look at the Filipinos. They are not good jump shot makers, but they are incredible kick shot makers. So you always find a way. It doesn't matter if you kick it or jump it.
Yeah, just find solutions.
Yeah.
And Titaux is looking smoother than yesterday. She's less experienced than many other participants in the tournament, like Ga-Yeon Kim or Jasmine Ushan. So maybe that her 2 matches yesterday help her to relax a little more today.
Oh.
Commentator's curse, once again. And it's an easy win in rack number 4 for Ga-Yeon Kim. 3-1 her lead in a race to 4, needing just 1 for a set point for Team Asia. After this match, we're going to have an interesting one. In the men's division, Europe is playing rest of the world, and that match will determine the winner of the event. Europe, the dream team with Filler, Caudron and Kyron Wilson. Very much the favorite, but Shaf, Sidom from Egypt and Figueiredo well able to win their matches. 2 out of 3. I don't know how it would pan out, the score line. But it's going to be interesting for sure. I'll do the math before we get to that match.
I mean, like, yeah, it will be interesting for sure because, I mean, it's even in pool, it's a short race, so everything can happen.
Yeah, Shaf played a solid match against Johan Chua.
Yeah, he won it.
Yeah.
And, I mean, Chua is a pretty good player. I've seen him making 9 break-in runs in a row. So
Wow.
In 10 balls, so he's pretty good.
Well, maybe pretty good is an understatement. But of course, and that's the thing in pool, that some people that don't watch pool could have trouble realizing that pool is a simpler game. Pocketing balls and running out is simpler. But that's the hard part, because on a world stage there are, in any top tournament, there are 30 guys, 40 guys who can really win it.
Yeah.
And there are 80 guys, or if you play a world championship, there are 100 guys who can freeze you out of a match.
Yeah, that's true.
They can send you home losing 9-3, having missed just 1 shot. So it's a different mindset. You have to be very tough and able to deal with everything 9-ball throws at you. A bank for Ga-Yeon Kim to the side pocket. Nice shot. Although she was favored to make it. Now needs to pound her cue ball from the 5 across table to the 6. That looked a little weak. Yes, I can say that. I can say that.
She stood up.
She's a 3-time world champion, and how she threw the cue at the cue ball was uncharacteristic.
She just wanted to come out the rail too much.
Yeah.
I think that's why she stood up.
Yeah, maybe try to do more than she can handle with her
Yeah.
technique.
Yeah. And even, I mean, especially with these shots, you really have to stay down and just make sure you hit it straight.
Yeah,
then it's
a
easily.
stun shot, and actually in German, and Pia next to me is German, in Germany they call it Drückstoß,
Genau.
and Drück means push. So what you actually do is you push the cue ball out of the little angle that you have. And then the tendency is to move, to try and make a bit more angle than there actually was. So this is 9-ball. And somebody that doesn't play it can think, wow, there's so much luck in it.
Mm-hmm.
But to be able to perform a year long, play tournament in the USA, tournament in Japan, go here, go there, fly back and forth, and then play a race to 9, and having to deal with all that, that's super tough. Probably the hardest part of the game to deal with.
That's a good chance now for her to win the match.
Yeah, she'll go 3 rails, I expect, with left spin, go to the other long rail.
Just like that.
This is Bear the Unforeseen. 4-1 victory for Ga-Young Kim. Titaux starting to look a bit better. But that missed 9-ball really proved costly. 3-time world champion from South Korea, Ga-Young Kim defeats Titaux with a score of 4-1 and gets the first point on the board for Team Asia. Sruong on a run of 3, playing for 6. Very standard solution for her, and the more standard the solution, the more precision comes into play. It's difficult to do simple things perfectly.
4.
And the thin contact on the red ball really comes in handy. She can still, I mean, she has margin, so she can hit the red ball thin or thick. How does she want to avoid the kiss?
5.
So a thick hit on the red ball, giving a lot of speed. Came awfully close though in the corner.
Time out.
So she only needs 4 more to win the match.
I'm definitely gonna play this when I get home. For about 20 minutes to then realize that it's not as easy as they make it look. Oops.
Asia, 5.
Too thick, too thin. She wanted to hit slightly thicker. And this is Jacques signaling to the referee that he should stop the clock. interference from one of the players on the snooker table.
One.
A lucky point. She wanted to hit 5 rails, but her cue ball got a little help from the red. Stun her cue ball to the long rail. Very flat. Went forward too much.
France. One.
Either too thin on the red or not low enough on the cue ball. Off of the left side of the red ball. Long rail, then long rail on the right. Then short rail, but this shot even allows you to get another extra rail. Because it'll go so flat, the white ball. She could catch it on the way back.
Asia. 0. 1.
Looks like Sruong is having a bit of trouble keeping her concentration. It's always challenging if you have a match won and you don't feel pressure to keep producing. Even if you tell yourself like it's important, make it important. And then it can start to feel really awkward.
France. 0.
Amee Kamani. 35 on the table, has this frame and the match won. It's been inspiring to see her play. Plays with a lot of passion and a lot of pride. Had some very good shots, bless you.
1.
She looks really relaxed and comfortable, so
yeah, apart from all disciplines or 3 disciplines being represented here, it's also the variety of nations. For Asia, South Korea, Sruong is from Cambodia, Amee from India. It truly has an Olympic ambience here. 48 the difference, 27 on the table. Don't know if Juliette Proix will even try to play snookers or just play to play. She would need 6 snookers to have a chance to win the frame.
she just wants some time on the table.
Yeah, we all want time on the table. Good speed. Doing to Proix what Proix wants to do to her.
France, 0. Gare 4.
So no miss called because Proix needs snookers. The miss rule's only there to avoid having players sort of intentionally missing their escapes. And that's it.
1.
Proix resigns. 2-0 win for Amee Kamani. She's played 3 matches. She's won 3 matches. A good showing from the Indian champion. So that leaves us the 3-cushion match to follow with Pheavy Sruong from Cambodia, living in Korea, playing for 2.
Asia 1.
Quite the story, Pheavy Sruong. I've said it yesterday, but without a doubt there will be new viewers today. Pheavy was born and raised in Cambodia. In 2010 she moved to Korea and got married to a Korean husband. 3-cushion being a huge sport in Korea. She started playing in 2011. Just 8 years ago. Already a bronze medalist in the World Championships. And one of the top players on the tour in the ladies division. If the red ball allows her to get to the long rail, and it does, she can go 4 rails or a longer 3 rails. This is 4 with a nice slide.
1. Very much.
Pour le match.
Hmm?
Pour le match.
What does that mean?
For the match.
Oh.
And another 1 or 2 rails. It's on. It's on.
2.
Pheavy Sruong beats Jacques. Asia beats France 3-0. Thanks for watching this round and be there for the next when Europe meets Team Rest of the World. Thanks, Pia.
Thanks for having me.